Keep watching Sam TV.
Now the major headlines. Rivers Assembly begins impeachment proceedings against Governor Fubara and Deputy Uda. Abia Governor Alex Otti inspects Umuahia Central Bus Terminal, urges rapid completion of road projects. Akwa Ibom Governor Umueno plans to transform 100 hectares Uyo dump site into residential and creative hub. I am Esther Oka Stephen. Now the news in full. The Rivers State House of Assembly has initiated impeachment proceedings against Governor Seminalaye Fubara and Deputy Governor Ngozi Uda. At the plenary session, Speaker Martins Omewale confirmed that 26 lawmakers endorsed a notice alleging gross misconduct and constitutional violations. The notice will be formally served within 7 days. Deputy Majority Leader Linda Stewart read similar allegations against Uda. The move intensifies political tensions amid ongoing disputes involving Fubara's administrations and opposition factions. Governor Alex Otti inspected the Umuahia Central Bus Terminal, praising rapid, quality work. The terminal will centralize transport park, streamline travels, and improve commuters' convenience. Uti also reviewed road projects and the Abia Electric Buses initiatives, urging contractors to finish before the rainy season. Officials said the similar terminal and planned for Aba, aiming to enhance urban mobility, reduce congestion, and support efficient transportation across the state. Governor Umueno announced plans to convert a 100 hectares reclaimed Uyo dump site into a residential and creative hub. The development will include middle-class housing, a creative village, and agricultural spaces. Eno said the reclamation addresses health hazard, erosion, and open new economic corridor near Uyo City Center. The project part of a 1.5 trillion Naira 2026 state budget aimed to boost housing, generate jobs, and encourage urban economic growth. Following Deputy Governor Lawrence Ekwerediakpo's death, Governor Doye Diri ordered compulsory medical checks for all cabinet members to ensure health vigilance. During the same period, Bayelsa won $400,000 as first runner-up in the South-South Primary Healthcare Leadership Challenge, recognizing the state's outstanding healthcare performance. The award, organized by UNICEF and partners, also honored Diri with a Distinguished Leadership Award for his dedication to governance, health sector development, and citizens' welfare. 5 farmers were killed in Udeku, Movia, Kwande local government area by suspected armed herders during yam and Bambara North harvest. Local authorities described the border community as vulnerable with repeated attack, threatening livelihoods, food security, schools, and markets. Search operations continue for missing residents while police were unreachable for comment. The incident underscores ongoing insecurity in Benue linked to Edas farmers' conflict, heightening local anxieties and concern over agricultural stability and rural safety. Governor Basi Hutu inaugurated 196 rural development officers to implement the federal government Revenued Hope Ward Development Program (RHWDP) at ward level. Officers were tasked to ensure that state and national initiatives reach every community, working with local stakeholders to promote peace, effective governance, and grassroots development. They are expected to act as the governor's eyes and ears, facilitating participatory decision-making, supporting development projects, and maintaining stability in rural Cross Rivers community. The Delta State government mourned Punch correspondent Matthew Ochai, who died at 43. Commissioners Charles Aniago and Festus Ahon visited the family in Oshimili South, lauding Ochai's dedications, integrity, and contribution to journalism. House Speaker Omomotimi Guel described the loss as profound for the media, the Okunzu community, and the state, calling on citizens to pray for the family while recognizing Ochai's service in advancing news reporting and public awareness in Delta State. Governor Seyi Makinde condemned the deadly attack on the National Park Service office in Oloka village, Oreri local government areas, which killed 5 forest guards. He assured residents that security agencies are responding. Normalcy has been restored and tactical teams are deployed. Makinde urged calm and cooperation, stressing decisive action to prevent reoccurrence. The assault, considered across border as heightened concern about security and necessitates community vigilance and continued law enforcement intervention in Oyo State. APC stakeholders in Ifelodun local government areas endorsed Senate Deputy Majority Leader Lola Ashiru for the 2027 governorship election. At a consultative meeting in Gomo, participants stressed inclusivity, fairness, and internal democracy in candidate selection, condemning self-serving campaign. They reaffirmed loyalty to APC, President Tinubu, and Governor Abdurrahman Abdurrazak, emphasizing unity. Stakeholders also urged sustained military action to tackle banditry, restore security, and ensure peaceful communities in Ifelodun, highlighting the link between political cohesion and public safety. Niger Delta activist Molede Sheriff urged President Tinubu to redirect the 13% oil derivation fund from direct state disbursements into federally coordinated mega projects. Sheriff Igbe of Gambram-2 Kingdom noted corruption and mismanagement under the current system left communities impoverished. He called for well-monitored projects in coastal protection, education, healthcare, road and youth employment, emphasizing the strategic investments could reduce insecurity, pipeline vandalism, and oil theft, while delivering tangible development in the region. Omeyano-elect Charles J.J. pledged to prioritize education, youth empowerment, and cultural exchange with neighboring Boni Kingdom. Presented by the King Jaja group of houses, he promised transparent, decentralized governance and reforms within the Council of Alakpu. JJ aims to preserve Ibani traditions, promote the local language, and collaborate with government and multinational partners to drive sustainable development and economic growth. enhancing social welfare, while modernizing administrative practices in Opobo Kingdom. Chief Anthony Wada of Langbo Kingdom and President of the Ogoni Association of Business Owners in America was honored for promoting community development, peace building, and youth empowerment. Recognized by the coalition of Kana Youth, Wada invests in education, sports, health, agriculture, and entertainment, fostering sustainable livelihoods. He encouraged youth to pursue rights peacefully and emphasized human capital development as essential for Ogoni land's long-term socio-economic transformation. Former President Obasanjo revealed he reformed Nigeria's labor union to cut foreign influence, creating a unified NLC under Justice Adebiyi. Obasanjo praised Hassan Somonu, urging labor to fight unjust laws and project workers independently. Labour Party Dati Baba Ahmed declared his 2027 presidential bid, emphasizing national unity, while party chairman Julius Abure highlighted party cohesion despite defections and alleged 2023 vote shortfalls. PDP plans talk to Obi and Atiku to strengthen opposition against APC in 2027. We now go on a brief commercial break. We'll be right back shortly. Don't change the channel.
Every day begins with a need to move with purpose, to shop without stress, to send without fear, to pay without delay. For every rider chasing time, for every home that needs restocking, for every voice that needs connection, for every dream that needs delivery. Now, one app brings it all together.
Supercab, move smart, ride safe, supermarket, groceries, gadgets, everything. Supercash, airtime, bills, transfers, done. Super logistics, fast, secure, right to your door.
It's more than an app. It's your movement, your market, your money, your connection, all in one place. Supergo, one app for services endless. Download Supergo today. Live free, live fast, live smart.
No time to shop, no stress. With Supergo, your groceries comes to you. We partner with trusted vendors, verified stores, no delay, no excuses, just values. Supergo Supermarket, your market now in your hands. With Supergo, your ride is comfortable, easy, and convenient. Supergo is more than an app. It's a movement. Moving people, powering threats, delivering value.
Welcome back. The 36 Nigerian states are set to collect 5.07 trillion naira in VAT in 2026, with federal shares dropping to 10% and states rising to 55%. Local government retained 35%. Experts said this boosts fiscal federalism and strengthens sustainable revenue. Meanwhile, Nigeria faces recurring destructions of public infrastructure, with roads, bridges, pipelines, and railway damaged by vandalism and theft. Authorities urged CCTV installations, community vigilance, and economic programs to safeguard national asset. The EFCC warned that some politicians are spreading false stories to intimidate the agencies and hinder corruption investigations. Spokesperson Dele Oyewole said attacks target the chairman and attempt to portray bias. He emphasized that the EFCC works impartially, holding all individuals accountable without fear or favor, ensuring transparency and fairness in addressing corruption across political, private, and public sector. Stakeholders in Jigawa, including farmers, aiders, and security agencies, met in Dutse to address recurring clashes causing death and farm destruction. Discussions focused on grazing reserves, cattle routes, law enforcement, and community corporations. Religious and local leaders were urged to promote peace. Organized by AFAN and seminar aimed to create a roadmap for stability, fostering safer, more prosperous community while reducing aiders-farmers conflict and promoting collaboration in Jigawa State. The Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission, NERC, has transferred regulatory oversight of Gombe State intrastate electricity market to the Gombe State Electricity Regulatory Commission. The move, in line with the Electricity Act 2023, requires Just Electricity Distribution PLC to reform a subsidiary to handle local supply and distribution. The process will conclude by 6 July 2026, giving the state greater autonomy in managing electricity generation, distribution, and regulation within its boundaries. Burkina Faso has accused Côte d'Ivoire of supporting a plot of assassinate in its military leaders, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, allegedly by ex-ruler Paul-Henri Damiba. The plan reportedly involved explosive and attacks on senior officials was foiled hours before execution. Burkina Faso Security Minister confirmed arrests and ongoing investigations. The at least $70 million backed plot heightened regional tension following Traoré's 2022 takeover and raises concern over West African stability and cross-border diplomatic relations. Ababe, director of the IMF's African Department since 2016, will retire on May 1, 2026, after 32 years at the fund. IMF Managing Director George Giver praised his leadership in guiding sub-Saharan Africa through COVID-19, inflation, and global trade shifts. Salasia expanded Africa's voice at the IMF, strengthened capacity development, and supported fragile states. His tenure is lauded for aligning policies with youth aspiration, governance, and sustainable economic growth. President Donald Trump has ordered the U.S. to pull out of 66 international organizations, including 31 UN bodies and 35 others, saying they no longer serve Americans' interests. The move aimed to save taxpayers' money, focus on domestic priorities like infrastructure and border security, and protect U.S. sovereignty. Officials say the withdrawal continues Trump's American First foreign policy, reducing involvement in groups seen as promoting global agendas over national needs. That's all for now. Follow us on Facebook at Some TV and subscribe on YouTube at Some TV Live for breaking news. I am Esther Oka Steven. Thanks for watching.